Alright, so you want to know what is the best finisher for your legend, and overall, what are my top 3? What are the top 3? Because I'm always right. Finishers in Apex Legends in general. Hello, I'm FirePug. If you guys are new, first of all, welcome to my channel. Secondly, if you want more Apex Legends content like this on your feed, instead of all that other garbage, make sure to subscribe. It's totally free to you and helps me out a ton. I do appreciate every single subscription. I'm also now sponsored by Swift Grips. You can use my code, which is FirePug, at purchase to save 10%. You can get a pair of grips for an Xbox or PlayStation controller for less than $2 using my code, which is incredibly cheap. They're also known to ship pretty fast as well, so if you're interested in checking them out, the link is in the description. Alright, we're going to get started right away. First up, we have Bloodhound. Bloodhound, I'm a Bloodhound main, been a Bloodhound main since Season 2, and the best finisher for Bloodhound, or the most disrespectful finisher rather, is Clean Kill. Mostly just because it's pretty brutal. You come up behind them, stab them a bunch in the back, and then you let your bird go pick out their eyeballs once they're dead. For Gibraltar, it's going to be Force of Gravity. This one's honestly just hilarious, and if you're a Gibraltar main and you have any other finisher equipped, you're simply doing it wrong. Or you just haven't wasted Apex coins on a finisher. For Lifeline, it's going to be AJ's Lullaby. This one was close between her two legendary finishers, but this one I actually got out of a pack, which was super hype for me. And yeah, the way she just shushes the opponent and then stabs him in the neck, this one's the one. For Pathfinder, it's definitely going to be Iron Haymaker, the way it's just sort of teasing as the guy stands up, and then finally just absolutely clocks him across the face. This is definitely the best Pathfinder finisher. For Wraith, honestly, this one's pretty close, and you could argue this one. However, we go with Existential Crisis, the way the guy just sits there and absolutely gets obliterated, smashed in so many different ways, I find as the best. For Bangalore, it's clearly Reversal of Fortune. There's no way the other one comes close. You're taking the opponent's weapon and then shooting them with it. That's just straight up one of the classic, most disrespectful finishers in the game. For Caustic, he gets tough again, and honestly, you could argue for either of these legendary finishers. I'm going to go with Last Breath, just because the way he grabs the guy and then holds him into his little gas grenade as it sprays right into the face. This one's the most disrespectful for sure. Mirage, again, a hard one to pick. I'm going to go with Strike Oppose, just because, your opponent's just chilling there the whole time while Mirage and his decoys are dancing around before finally just, taking him out. Now for Octane, this one might be a little bit controversial. I'm actually going to go with his default finisher, Hot Drop, over the legendary finisher. I think this one, just because the way he drops a grenade right in front of you and then stands right there next to you with the grenade at his feet as well, like he just simply does not care, I think makes this one the most disrespectful Octane finisher. For Wattson, it's easily Electrical Contact. I remember when this one first came to the game, it was awesome. People use it all the time. All the Wattson mains bought it. It's not even close. With Crypto, it's another obvious one. It's going to be Drone Scan. Simply picks up the guy, holds him while he can't do anything. Drone scans him. Let's go and whacks him with the drone. This one's pretty cool. When it comes to Revenant, honestly, both of them are good. I'm going to go with his legendary one, Imminent Shutdown. Just stabs them right in the chest, picks them up, and they die. For Loba, another one I think is pretty obvious. We're going to go with Last Request, a legendary one. The way she just, slowly walks up, takes her time with it. Clearly the more disrespectful out of the two. Rampart, again, choice is obvious. It's No Mercy, the legendary one. Guy's just sitting there. She sets up shop and just aims it down and then lets it rip, and the guy dies. With Horizon, they get tough again. However, I'm going to go with First Law, simply just because the way she does it, like she just throws the things out casually turns around, sort of thinking a little bit, all the while she knows what she's doing, which adds a little bit of humor to it as well. Now, the fews are all pretty good, and I'm going to go with Against the Ropes. You can make an argument for any of them. This one's pretty cool. Throws a grenade behind them and lets them fly up into his mechanical arm. With Valkyrie, I honestly wish she had more or better ones. However, I'm going to go with Hard Landing. Her legendary one flies up behind him and just sort of stomps on him. Seer, you guys might argue with me on this one. However, I'm going to go with his default one, Follow the Light. It sort of has Mirage vibes to it, where they got the person faked out and then they finally look around and then boom. With Ashe, I also wish she had better ones. However, I'm going to go with her legendary finisher, Sight Unseen, which sort of slashes through him and then stabs him from behind without looking. It's pretty cool. Both the Mad Maggies are pretty good. I'm going to go with her legendary one, Renewed Hostility. Simply put, this one's pretty awesome. Lastly, we got Newcastle. Honestly, both of his are good. I'm going to go with his legendary one, franchise player. Sort of lines up like a football player in some sort of drill and then just smashes through him and does a little tease at the end as well, which is funny. Now, in no order, I'm going to go through what I think the top 3 are. I don't have a solid first place. However, I am leaning towards one, but I'm going to give you my personal favorite top 3. First up, we got Rampart's No Mercy. Just love this one. She sets it up and just lets it rip full blast on the guy and throws in a little tease at the end as well. Lastly, we're going to do Wattson's legendary finisher. This one's just awesome. The guy's completely defenseless the entire time and just destroys them with one little poke. Now, lastly, I'm going to go with my probably personal favorite, and that's going to be the one we just saw last, Newcastle's franchise player. This one is a perfect mix of being cool, being disrespectful, and being funny at the same time, so I'm going to go with it. Honorable mentions, basically all the Mirage ones, and AJ's Lullaby for Lifeline as well. Alright, in this video got pretty long, but that's all we're going to cover in this one. Let me know what you think of all these finishers down in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you later.